අපි Sri Lankan skin colors වලට what would you say what not to use? කියන්නේ මේවා පාවිච්චි කරන්න එපා. එහෙම මොන හරි කියන්න පුළුවන්ද නැත්නම්
I would say please use a foundation that matches your skin color.
okay. ගාක් like about 10 years ago මෙහෙම යට දැම්මේ නැහැ. but then මම notice කරලා තියෙනවා eyeshadow පොඩ්ඩක් යට දානවා.
Yeah.
මොකක්ද ඒකට හේතුව? හොඟක් කට්ටිය මගෙන් අහලා තියෙනවා කොහොමද affordable makeup look එකක් කරන්නේ? quick, easy, simple steps තියෙන makeup look එකක් කරන්නේ. ඒක කියලා දෙන්න මම අද ගෙනල්ලා තියෙනවා මගේ favorite makeup artist Nisha. අද අපි දෙන්න කරන්න යන්නේ මගේ මේ makeup look එක හරිම simple, affordable, quick මම හිතන්නේ 10 steps විතර පාවිච්චි කරලා ටක් ගාලා කරන්න පුළුවන් makeup look එකක්.
We have nothing on the face, right?
No.
So we have to always start a makeup look with either first moisturizer and then a primer. But you can not put primer if you want, but you have to put a moisturizer. So I know Vileshka's style is more like a no makeup look.
Very natural.
So, very natural,
Yeah.
very skin-like. So it's not like a mask. So I'm just
any reason Nisha then අපි ඇයි start කරන්නේ like primer I understand primer එකක් දාන්නේ
Yeah.
because then the makeup really like stands out.
Yeah.
cream එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ
So moisturizer is a must because what that will do is it prepares the skin and protects the barrier for what we are going to put on top.
right.
ඒක නැතුව like you can't put
Okay.
anything on top because you're not protecting the skin.
Okay, so protecting the skin.
Protecting the
okay.
skin and you have to hydrate the skin. So a lot of people that have oily skin, they don't put anything, but that's also wrong because you need to prepare the skin for the steps that you're going to do
Okay,
later.
okay.
So at least moisturizer for your skin type is important. So that much is enough.
Yeah.
And then basically I'm going to put a lip balm.
Okay.
So then your
Like,
face is prepared for what we are going to do.
Okay. This is also lip balm එක දාන්නේ it's for
Hydration.
Right.
Otherwise, what happens is face is nice and lipstick
Looks
you put it
cracky
and it looks
and
very
dry.
like
Okay. And then it's
go,
okay.
but your skin is protected. So I'm not gonna do too much.
Yeah.
Because it's very natural. So I'm just filling it only with some eyebrow powder.
So this will just make my eyebrows look
Bit more
natural
defined.
but
Yes.
a little bit more
Yeah.
sharp.
Because another thing is it depends on the eye makeup look. Like if you are doing a very very glamorous eye makeup look, the key is you need to have your brows very defined, like fill it a little bit dark. Otherwise what happens is the eye makeup, like if you do a smoky eye, it's your eyeshadow is very dark and the eyebrows are very light.
Okay.
So it kind of doesn't match. But when you are doing like a no makeup look,
Yeah.
you can have the brows a little groomed. So brush it like you're brushing your hair.
Yeah.
Otherwise your eyebrow hairs are all over the place. But a little bit goes a long way.
දැන් මේ ඔක්කොම නීෂාවා කරන්න යන steps කාට හරි ගෙදර කරන්න පුළුවන් දේවල්, right?
Yes.
You can do it at home.
Yeah. So even for the eyes, now for an everyday look, you don't have to put even eyeshadow primer or anything. It's just going to be very light. So
Okay.
you can close your eyes. There's nothing on your eyes. In case your eyelid is oily, you can just put your foundation powder or something.
Okay.
Just
So is it okay Nisha දැන් අපි සමහරවිට foundation දානකොට ඇහැටත් foundation දාලා if you put your eye shadow that's okay?
So I would say put concealer.
Okay. ඒතර concealer එක දැම්මම color එක හොඳට
It stays.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but we are doing a very natural eye makeup look. So, I'm not going in much the base for the eye. But
Okay.
if we are doing like a smoky eye or we're doing like a wedding guest makeup look, you definitely have to put an eyeshadow primer or at least a concealer. So, I'm just doing like a brown shade. You can use even like a bronzer.
දැන් මේ products Nisha like කොළඹ ගන්න පුළුවන්ද නැත්නම්
Yes.
online order කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙදි තියනවාද කියන්නේ
Yes.
like more
Yeah.
affordable
Definitely.
products.
So a lot of people think that if you're buying makeup, it has to be expensive. Yes, there are some things that are expensive, but some things are not. You just there are some online pages that bring down
Okay.
The makeup, nothing even like Srina Palace, Fancy Point and all, they
Yeah.
have like authentic like Revlon, Maybelline.
okay.
They bring down the real stuff.
Stuff. Okay.
So you can.
So more affordable. ඒවා පාවිච්චි කරන්න පුළුවන්. Not necessarily is it that makeup දානකොට you have to use high-end products.
Yeah,
ඒ වගේ
yeah, you don't have to. Absolutely not. Because sometimes some drugstore, that's what
Yes.
it's called, drugstore makeup brands have a better, almost like a better looking quality
Okay.
than expensive.
Okay.
So even for the eyelid, I'm just going to use very like champagne, peachy, bronzy colors because that goes with any Sri Lankan skin
Yeah.
tone and any outfit. So
and කියන්නේ දැන් මේ වගේ
Seems
natural ඕන කෙනෙක්ට ගැලපෙනවා right
Oh.
more than using colors like maybe
Yes.
green purple
Yeah,
pink
yeah.
වලට වගේ නැතුව
Eva, I would suggest you just stick to like Monhari wedding neck.
Yeah.
Like so you can see it's like a very light wash of color. So it's like a champagne shade. But I only use two colors on the eyes. So eyes are done. This is also nice even for a nighttime look.
අපේ Sri Lankan skin colors වලට what would you say what not to use කියන්නේ මේවා පාවිච්චි කරන්න එපා එහෙම මොනවා හරි කියන්න පුළුවන්ද නැත්නම්
I would say please use a foundation that matches your skin color.
okay
Like
Hare.
a lot of people wear the wrong color. Again, අපි ඔක්කොම සුදු නම් but still
Yes.
in the සුදු there is so many shades.
Shades.
So you can't use the same thing. Or I would say just don't put any foundation. If
Okay.
you can't find your color,
okay
better not to.
okay
So I'm just gonna do a thin, like a very thin liner.
but this is something that I struggle with කියන්නේ දැන් I එක පැත්තක් කරලා අනිත් පැත්ත කරනකොට it has completely gone like somewhere else
I would suggest like for that, get like this pen. The liner pen is good, and then maybe don't try to do like a major wing.
okay
Just go as close to your lash line as possible. That is
Okay.
like your guide.
yeah
But when you try to do the wing, is where people go wrong.
Okay.
So
wing එකක් කරන්න ඕනෙම නැහැ just a normal
Yeah, you
like
don't have to.
lash line එකේ ඇඳම that
little
also
bit.
kind of like opens up the eye
yes.
කවුරු හරි දැන් wing එක දාන්න කැමති කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවා නම් එතකොට කොහොමද Nisha like කොහොමද අපි practice කරන්නේ wing එකක් දාන්න
So wing එකක් දාන්න, I would say best to have a brush like this. And because it's already like an angle,
right.
it helps
Okay.
you to draw like an angle. Even with eyeshadow, it's
yeah
super easy. Okay, so I'm just going to like do like a tiny baby wing with the eyeshadow actually. I don't know if you can see.
දැන් yes මම දැන් ඔයාගෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්න තව දෙයක් තමයි eye line එකම පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ wing එක කරන්න eye shadow වලින් කරන්නත්
Yes,
පුළුවන්
but another thing I'm going to tell is I'm going to tell all the mistakes that people do.
Okay.
Like especially if they say මේ මම eyeliner එක දැම්මාම මෙතන උඩට transfer වෙලා.
Okay.
That means they are not using eyeshadow primer.
Okay.
They're not doing anything. And just like the face sweats, your eyelids also sweat. So
okay.
there is no barrier to
Yes.
stop your.
Yeah.
So now when you wear an eyeshadow primer, what happens is whatever eyeshadow you put gets stuck onto the primer, so it doesn't move.
right
Like
right
you can
okay.
take a nap.
yeah
It's not going to
It's-
move.
okay,
But
right.
එහෙම මොනක් නැත්තම් it will slip.
okay
Sweat
so
වෙනකොට
primer
උඩට යනවා.
එකක් පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕනේ primer එක පාවිච්චි
Eyeshadow
කරන්න නම්
primer.
eyeshadow primer එතකොට
Yeah.
eyeshadow එක like පොඩි dust particles වගේ නේ eyeshadow එක එතකොට ඒක එහෙට මෙහෙට යන්න ඒක set වෙලා හිටිනවා okay
නැත්තම් what I'm saying is දැන් eyeshadow primer හරි concealer eyelids වලට දැම්මේ නැත්තම් when you open your eye විල this liner will be here.
right
Like it over time.
Okay.
It won't happen like in 1 hour, but
Yeah.
3-4 hours. Like if you are going to office,
Yes.
you're going in a tuk, and
Bus
stuff
එකේ
like
යනවා,
that.
දාඩි
it
ඔක්කොම
will not.
okay
So now I'm just gonna look down. I'm just gonna put some mascara. Pile has nice lashes, so I say this every time we do makeup together.
විලේ හරිම කලාතුරකින් තමයි මම හිතන්නේ only once මං fake eyelashes දාලා තියෙන්නේ.
Yeah, that was I think I forced you.
Yeah.
That was a bit, I mean, you didn't need, but I was like, I just wanted to look. I know, but we did that full on.
glam look.
Yeah. So I'm just doing like a thin layer. And another thing with makeup is it's all very personal. Some people want to do a lot of mascara, some people don't. But
ඉස්සල්ලා I would say start එකේදී අඩුවෙන් mascara දාලා ඊට පස්සේ ඕනනම් තව build කරන්න. කියන්නේ අඩුවෙන් දාලා වැඩි කරන්න පුළුවන් but වැඩි කරලා අඩු කරන එක අමාරුයි.
Always with makeup, I would say start less. Some people take so much eyeshadow, so much foundation, and you don't need that much. Now you will see, especially that's why I did the eyes. You can see the eyes are quick, like it's done.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move to the face. Now this is an extra step.
This is a color corrector, right?
Yes.
Then especially මගේ වගේ දැන් under eye darkness තියනවා නම් you must put a little bit of orange color corrector here. ඒතර ඒක block කරනවා darkness එක, right?
Yes, because otherwise if you don't put it, what happens is when you put the concealer,
අලු පාට වගේ පේනවා ඊට පස්සේ.
එතන dark නේ. මෙතන your skin is light. So the colors are different. So it will show like it's ashy.
Yeah.
So
making වෙන්නේ color එක correct කරන එක.
Yes. So for Sri Lankan skin tone, mostly peach, orange, those shades go, and you can see, don't apply so much orange.
Yes.
I want you to see, like I'm just applying a little bit, and a lot of Sri Lankans have like darkness or pigmentation around the mouth,
and then maybe pimple marks. ඒව ඔක්කොම වහන්න පුළුවන් a little bit of orange color corrector.
So you can see, and I'm not putting in the entire eye because here it's actually lighter. It's just this inner corner.
Okay.
That's a little dark. So whatever that's left, I'm just gonna
dab it.
just put.
Yeah.
And that's it. Now we're gonna go with the concealer. Also, concealer has to be something that matches your skin tone.
Okay.
I would say if your foundation color is exactly your skin color,
then එකක් පාවිච්චි කරනවා. නැත්නම් colors දෙකක් කලවම් කරන්නත් පුළුවන් to get that proper
to get
shade.
that shade. So at least one shade lighter or your exact skin tone. So this is because we're doing like a no makeup look. I'm doing like almost like your skin color.
Okay.
I might brighten it up a little bit.
So ඒක තමයි අඩුවෙන් පාවිච්චි කරන්න අන්තිමට මදි කියලා හිතුණා නම් you can add on like add කරලා අඩු කරන්න ගියාම it is
you can't.
difficult.
You'll be wiping it off and then everything looks like a mess.
Yeah.
It's just like if you're painting a picture. When you're painting a picture, you don't take too much paint because then you're trying to wipe the paint off the paper and your artwork is going to look like a disaster. So put a little if you feel like you want more. So see the concealer, you can have a look at the
So then මේ වගේ makeup products මේ concealer එහෙම Srina Palace එකේ එහෙම තියෙනවා ගන්න.
Yes, okay. They have.
Okay.
They have Srina Palace, Fancy Point, Glamour.
Any of those shops,
and they will help you. So I'm going to use a little bit of a lighter color in the center. So once we have done this, it's very easy. We just have to do like a foundation. But I'm going to show I'm doing a very thin layer. We're just going to set it with powder and just do some blush, bronzer and lipstick.
Okay.
That's it.
First අර base එක හරියට කරගත්තා නම් උඩින් දාන makeup light එකට කියන්නේ හරියම අඩුවෙන් දාන්න පුළුවන්.
So I'm just going to set your under eye. Okay. So that's another thing. A lot of people do foundation or concealer, but they don't set it. So
powder එකක් ඕනෙමයි. You have to set foundation.
A cream or a liquid has to be set with a powder.
With a powder.
Otherwise, it's going to move.
Right.
It's not going to stay on your face.
Okay.
Especially you're sweating.
Because අපේ දැන් ලංකාවේ weather එක humid හින්දා you have to set it.
Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to use like very little.
දැන් බලන්න හරියම පොඩි ප්‍රමාණයක් තියෙන්නේ.
Very little. So just to like balance out the skin, like wherever there's redness.
And තව එකක් තමයි දැන් මම දන්නවා celebrities ලා දිහායෙන් බැලුවම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ මූණවල වල කිසිම මාර්කයක් නැහැ කියලා කියනවා, but it's normal, right? Ladies ලාගේ මූණවල pimple marks තියෙන්න පුළුවන්, පරණ marks තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒතර අපිට open pores තියෙනවා.
That's normal.
That is normal skin. Yeah.
I mean, you will get occasionally one person that has, I'll turn a little bit this way. One person that has like baby skin. But that is
හැමෝටම
very
නෑ
rare.
එහෙම.
Very,
අර
very
magazines
rare.
වල තියෙන pictures වගේ
No. That's
ladies
all
ලගේ skin එක
airbrush.
නෑ. Yes, that is
That is all
airbrush, that's
edited.
edited. දැන් අපේ skin වල pores තියෙනවා, marks තියෙනවා, discoloration තියෙනවා. මුළු
is
මූණම එකම පාටක් නෙමෙයි, and that is normal, right?
And another thing I will tell how this idea is there. I've had like some aunties that have got the makeup done. Makeup කරාට පස්සේ they'll be like, "අයියෝ මගේ lines පේනවා." So you will see it
Because
the thing
මූණේ
is,
lines තියෙන හින්දා,
මූණේ
right?
lines තියෙනවා.
Yeah.
And anyway we are putting makeup is sitting on top now.
Yes.
So product it gets accentuated and
Yeah.
makeup is not magic.
Yeah.
But you can, that's why it's so important. You have to look after your skin. Well.
Okay.
More than the makeup. Now you can see her foundation is done.
Yeah.
But you still look like Vileshka.
Yeah. And also I think what we have to understand is then canvas එකක් වගේ flat නෙමෙයිනේ.
Yeah.
මේ මූණේ කියන්නේ එක
3D.
depths තියෙනවා 3D. So ඒකින්ද තියෙන lines පේනවා and that is normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And now again we're going to set with powder.
Okay.
So very light layer of powder.
Okay.
We have just like about 3 steps to do. But this is like nice even to
දැන් මේ steps මොන හරි අඩු කරනවා නම් I think is කොහොමත් concealer දාන්න ඕනේ. Concealer, foundation powder. And if you want mascara පොඩ්ඩක් හරි eyeliner පොඩ්ඩක් හරි නැත්නම් you can avoid the
You can avoid
eyeshadow එක දාන්න නැතුව ඉන්න පුළුවන්. Right.
mascara විතරක් දාන්න ඕනේ.
mascara විතර. ඒතර blush දාන්න ඕනේද?
Yeah, I would say if you are doing one or the other,
Okay.
either do bronzer
Okay.
and no blush
Okay.
or do blush and no bronzer.
No bronzer, okay.
Because නැත්තම් what happens is only foundation නිකන් like
Right, okay. There is no like
structure to your
Hari,
face. So
right.
that's why
Okay.
we
It looks
do-
flat එතකොට.
It looks flat and the face is not flat now.
Yeah.
Then komat when we don't do foundation and all, you can see shadows payනවා, you can see all that. Now when we put foundation and all, everything is like a clean canvas.
Okay.
So we have to do contour or bronzer or
Yeah.
blush to bring
Bring
dimension
depth and
back
dimension.
to the
Hari.
face.
Okay. ඒතර then blush දාන්නේ cheeks වල මේ හරි, right?
Yes.
එතකොට bronzer
going to do now.
Okay. ඒතර bronzer එහෙම දාන්නේ කොය වගේ තැන්වල?
A area එකේ but a little bit closer to like the top of your ear, like
Okay.
just sucking your cheeks. So you follow that angle.
Okay.
So think of blush, bronzer and highlight. They're like a happy family. And
Okay.
They have
එකට.
different roles.
Okay.
But they belong in the same
family.
area.
Okay.
Okay. So
කැමති නම් තව
steps.
දාන්න පුළුවන්, but
Yeah.
අඩුවෙන් දාන්නත් පුළුවන්.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we just have to finish off the eye.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do at the bottom.
Right, then මට මතකයි මුල් කාලෙදී හුඟක් like about 10 years ago මෙහෙම යට දැම්මේ නෑ. But then මම notice කරලා තියෙනවා eyeshadow පොඩ්ඩක් යට දානවා.
Yeah.
මොකක්ද ඒකට හේතුව?
That's to balance the eye because
okay.
eye එක කිව්වම it's not just the top now.
Okay.
It's the bottom. You have
Okay.
the lashes at the bottom. You can do mascara at the bottom.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Okay.
Completely like up to you.
Okay.
But whatever eyeshadow you do, even a little bit now, especially when we are wearing concealer,
Yeah.
you want to balance that out
Right.
by
හරි.
putting some eyeshadow. So
Okay.
you can stop there.
Okay.
If you want.
ඒ දවස්වල හැමතිස්සෙම lip liner දැම්මත් දැන් it's not necessary like lip liner දාන්නත් පුළුවන් if you want to define it.
Yes.
නැත්නම් lip liner නැතුවත් කරන්න
so
පුළුවන්.
it just depends on the look you want.
Okay.
So if you want like defined eyes, තව දාන්න පුළුවන්, lashes දාන්න
Yeah.
පුළුවන්. You can do a big wing liner.
Yeah.
You can smoke out the liner. So like the more you put, just keep your lips together. The more you put, the more enhanced your face will look.
So දැන් අපි කරපු steps වලින් අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා කරා color corrector කරා.
Yes.
color corrector කරා. color corrector එකේ උඩින් අපි දැම්මේ concealer.
Yes.
concealer. ඊට පස්සේ concealer එකට පස්සේ දැම්මේ අපි powder or
Yeah, just to set
the area.
Yeah.
හරි. ඊට පස්සේ අපි දැම්මා foundation.
Yes.
Right. ඒ foundation දාපු areas වලටත් අපි දැම්මා powder.
Yes.
එතකොට base එක හරි.
Base is done.
Done. ඊට පස්සේ add-on තමයි. eyeshadow කරනවා නම් නැත්නම් blush දානවා නම් bronzer දානවා නම් highlighter, that is all added base එකෙන් පස්සේ.
Now may look එකට, for example, if I do like a red lip,
Yeah.
you will look very glamorous.
Okay.
But because I'm putting a very like a natural.
So එතකොට මේ වගේ natural makeup එකක් කරලා red lip එකක් දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. eyeshadow තව dark කරාම you change it.
Yes.
Instantly මාරු වෙනවා වගේ makeup look එක.
Yes. But the final thing
Is-
is I would say a must.
Yeah.
Setting spray. So close your eyes.
setting spray එකෙන් කරන්නේ දාපු makeup එක set කරනවා.
Gets
Like so
locked.
it gets locked.
And also because we have done so many layers, what happens is everything merges into one. So
Okay.
it looks less powdery
Okay.
and dry
Okay.
and more like skin.
And then අපේ මේ humid හින්දා අපේ weather එක හරියම humid හින්දා it really helps when you have a setting spray because it kind of keeps things in place for a longer time
Yeah.
period.
Now see, even if I touch her face, there is no transfer.
Okay.
And also she looks like Vilashka.
Yeah.
You know, she looks very, you know.
Yeah, this is, I would say this is my look. Like no makeup is then මං හැමතිස්සම කියන්නේ for my skin also I want it to be very very natural. කොහෙට function එකකට යනවා නම් I'm like eyes.
a bit more eyes
yes,
also.
eyes.
Yeah.
Maybe darker lip,
Yes.
but I always say මගේ skin එක like it has to be just like my normal skin.
And one important question: do you feel like you're wearing makeup?
No, I don't feel like I'm wearing a lot.
Yeah.
Like I
you
just feel
like you can go about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's also when you know you've done it properly. If you feel like you can't crack,
Yeah.
that means you have either done the steps wrong
Yeah.
or you have put too much. So less is more.
Yes. Yes.
Makeup.